Good evening, everybody. The Music Fans Back brings smiles to the faces, knowledge to the people, and most importantly, music to the masses. I am back with another Are You In? And tonight we are going over Collective Soul's newest album entitled Blood. Now, Collective Soul is an alt-rock, post-grunge band from Stockbridge, Georgia. Members including Ed Roland on lead vocals, rhythm and guitar and keyboards, Dean Roland on rhythm and lead guitar, Will Turpin on bass guitar and backing vocals, Johnny Robb on drums and percussion, and Jesse Triplett on lead guitar and backing vocals. Previous albums include Hints, Allegations, and Things Left Unsaid in 1993, Collective Soul in 95, Discipline Breakdown in 97, Dosage in 99, Blender in 2000, Youth in 2004, Afterwards in 2007, Collective Soul in 2009, and See What You Started by Continuing in 2015. Most of you probably don't know this band, and it's weird that I'm talking to the collective about Collective Soul. They're not hugely popular right now, but they were hugely popular in the 90s. Maybe not onto the levels of all the other grunge bands or rock bands at the time, but they had their own niche. I find them pretty interesting. If you listen to their first couple of albums, they mix harder rock with a little bit more chill, softer rock. What makes them stand out, at least to me, is Ed Roland's vocals. He has a voice that isn't too hard. It's not going to be like a Scott Weiland or Chris Cornell or even a Lane Staley, but he has enough power in his voice to carry a harder rock song, but usually fits in the mold of a little bit more softer rock. With that, I feel like they created a lot of interesting songs. Songs like December, Where the River Flows, as well as Heavy, The World I Know, Shine, all these spanning different feels. Shine being a little bit softer, as well as The World I Know being a little bit more softer and a little bit more thematic movie-wise. You could definitely hear in a movie soundtrack, but having heavier songs like, of course, Heavy and Where the River Flows, and having a little bit of mixture like December, which is a little bit lighter at the beginning, but then picks up for this very beautiful song with a great chorus. If you like 90s rock, I definitely highly recommend to look at Hints, Allegations, and Things Left Unsaid, Collective Soul, the first one, and Dosage. All three of them, those albums having some great songs in them. Now, I will also say that they are a little bit formulaic, and especially with a band that has been around for almost 30 years now, they don't have as much interesting things to say as they did in the past. I will say, when I listened to Collective Soul, when I listened to See What You Started by Continuing, neither of those albums stood out to me in a good or a bad way. It was just there. It was a rock album. But, of course, I wanted to give them another chance because I do like this band and I have enjoyed the stuff that they have done. Fortunately, they kind of let me down again. This, again, is an album that's just there as a rock album. You know, when an older rock band still puts out stuff and tries to be relevant, but also continuing with the style that it's got there, you know, bands like AC/DC, bands like Rolling Stone, bands who have perfected a sound, but maybe that sound has kind of passed them by. It feels that way on a lot of this album. Yes, there are some nice songs, and there are some nice moments of building. Observation of Thoughts and Change both have some great building to their songs. But I will also say at the same time, it doesn't really do much different from a ballad that you have heard on other countless rock albums. Big Sky has an interesting arrangement where in the verses you have the chord progression, which is pretty interesting, honestly. They do a couple hits and then let go, while there's this steady rolling snare drum idea like you would hear in a marching band. It has enough interesting there to be memorable, but it's not really that incredible to me. Crushed, also another highlight, if you will. It has this little bit more glam rock idea that I think is really fun, though I will also say that the verses aren't really that interesting, though I do enjoy the guitar work. I just don't enjoy the lyrics to them. Everything else, honestly, kind of fits into a mold that I've heard before. Right as Rain, soft rock song that has kind of a very cliched form when it comes to more of a ballad. Not bad, just nothing new. Porch Swing, the ending song, is a nice, soft ballad about just watching the world burn as you sit on your porch swing, which is fun. And it's a nice closer, but that's all it is. Them Blues is a little bit over the top. The sentiment's alright, but it's just over the top. And then, honestly, Over Me, Now's the Time, and Good Place to Start, just very bare bones rock songs. Nothing that has not happened before. Out of the three, Over Me is the best, just with a nice chorus. Now's the Time, alright starter, but nothing memorable. And then Good Place to Start is just really, really cheesy, especially with the chorus and just the spoken word parts. The lyrics, nice, bringing out ideas of peace and love in a time where everything is kind of just falling apart. I appreciate a lot of the lyrics about questioning faith, about trying to keep yourself happy in troubled times. I enjoyed those ideas, but I don't think that any of the lyrics come off as anything new or innovative. I can't really think of any particular song that really just stood out to me lyrically other than Porch Swing. And I guess Observation of Thoughts about questioning one's faith in troubled times. That one stands out a little bit to me, but other than just stand out in bad ways. Good Place to Start, it feels like they're throwing out ideas of bad things happening, but just not in a really interesting way. It's just like, hey, this is happening. Or Now's the Time, kind of that same idea of just like repeating the same lines that everyone else is saying. Overall, I don't really have much to say. Like, honestly, it was nice. It was good to hear them back, after 4 years. They still have that sound, but the problem is that there is not enough substance to what they are doing. I'm going to say, for my verdict, skip it. Don't listen. If you are a big enough Collective Soul fan, alright, waste your time with it, but everyone else, there isn't enough substance to grasp onto for me to be like, listen to any of these songs. So, my verdict, skip this album. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like or hate this album, let me know your reasons why. Share this with your friends. Let me know of other albums from 2019 you would like me to review. And most importantly, subscribe to my channel so that I know that you enjoy what I'm doing and you want to see bigger and better content. This was a pretty lackluster album, but tomorrow I'll be back with something a little bit different. But until then, this is Music Fan, and I'm signing off.